YouTube, we back with another one, man. Um, I'm a little psyched to get to the range, so that's why y'all see my headset on, cause I'm just putting it on to make me feel like I'm going to the range today, which I know I'm not. I've been itching to get back um to my Springfield Echelon, man. I'm kind of in love with that gun right now. It's like really the one I've been paying most attention to. It is my most recent purchase, so I definitely want to get back to the range ASAP. Get to shooting with it. I want to throw a couple hundred more rounds down range with it, which is something I never really do. But I'm just that much excited with this gun, and it's a great gun, man. Nonetheless, so obviously that's not what this video is about, though, man. This video is more about self-awareness and just being safe, man. Being aware of your surroundings, but also being vigilant and carrying something with you. A gun, a firearm, that is, of course. If you know, that's what my channel is based around. Self-awareness, um, two-way awareness. I'm a gun enthusiast, so however you want to make that in your own case, you can, on what you want to make my channel out to be. But basically, it's based around firearms. You know, that's what I partake into. You know, I love the firearm community. I love the 2A community. I wish that things would be a little bit more agreeable. So many people have their own outlooks on what they believe is relevant in the firearm community and what's not. And sometimes I feel like it gets out of hand, whereas though like a lot of people just jump on this bandwagon to either hate a certain firearm or hate like a certain caliber. And that's kind of what I'm gonna get into today. Basically, like too much hate going on with stuff like that. When if you have a gun and you're using it to carry and practice with it and have it for your home defense, that's better than not having anything at all. You know, and I don't care what that is. I don't care if it's an old revolver. I don't care if it's an old 32, 38, 357. I mean, whatever, you know, because some people even talk down on people that, you know, boomers that carry revolvers, which I don't think that's a bad thing. That's just what they're used to already. We all came up in different eras. So, you know, now we're in the era where, like, you know, everyone loves striker fire pistols, and you know, you still get your people who talk crazy about 1911s, but you still have a lot of people that abide by them and still carry them, and still they swear by them. Basically, is what the word I was looking for. But I'm here to tell you, to me personally, if y'all been rocking with me, and y'all know my channel, man, then y'all know I'm down to earth YouTuber, man. I have surpassed my goal of 1,000 subscribers, and I'm well over 5,000 subscribers now, and I appreciate each and every one of y'all for that. But just because y'all see that, man, does not change my outlook on things, does not change my view on things. I'm still the same guy that I was when I first started YouTube 2 years ago, almost 2 years ago, and I'm grateful for where I'm at. I wouldn't be here without y'all. So I'm gonna keep bringing y'all down to earth content and things like that. You know, at the end of the day, that's what I'm here for. You know, giving y'all my opinion on things. So that's why I always say on a lot of my videos, I tell y'all, take what I say with a grain of salt, because this is just my opinion on things. That doesn't mean it's a fact. Sometimes it might be, but most of the time it's just my opinion, which is why I say it's an opinionated fact. So for that matter, you know, when I give my opinion on things, that's just how I've been feeling about stuff and how I see things. So I may not see things how these other gun tubers, YouTubers see things, you know, but all in all, let's just get right to it, man. I feel like as long as you have a gun to protect yourself with, you're good with me. I don't care if it's a Taurus. I don't care if it's a Glock. I don't care if it's a High Point. And I know that sounds crazy because people talk crazy on High Points, but from what I hear, a lot of people like them. They're cheap, they're affordable, they're easily accessible. You won't break the bank buying one, at least for the average person. Um, and they work. I've heard a lot of people saying they work. You get some people to say it'll jam, but I've heard more people say it works than people saying it jams. More for like a joke are the ones that are saying that it jams. And everyone has different experience. At the end of the day, even the most expensive guns malfunction. So at least someone buying $150, $200 gun and it malfunctioning is probably to be expected, rather than someone buying a $5,000 gun or a $2,000 gun and that malfunction. You'll probably be pretty pissed about that because you actually did break the bank, no matter how much money you got. So that's why I'm here to say that, man. And at the end of the day, you know, any pistol's good. I just got my gun here just for y'all to look at something. YouTube, we empty. As y'all can see, nothing in the chamber. We are clear. Safe direction. But any gun is better than no gun. I mean, at the end of the day, like I said, I don't care what it is, Taurus, High Point, Glock, Springfield, whatever you want to call it. As long as you're carrying something, I don't care if you carry a 22. That's another thing. A lot of people hate on 22s and 380s. You know, they say it's not effective, it's not good. When there's a lot of people, the majority of people that have firearms have a 22 in their arsenal. Do I have a 22 in my collection? No. Am I gonna get one? Yes, because at the end of the day, you can't beat it. The ammo is dirt cheap, and I know a lot of people say the ammo's gotten expensive, but everything's gotten expensive. I mean, just look at the last 3 years how things have been. At the end of the day, it is what it is. You know, you got to pay to play, and it sucks. Nobody wants to break the bank, but unfortunately, that's what you have to do now a lot of times to get things. You know, and not necessarily break the bank, but kind of just have to, take it in, take a deep breath, and just if you're gonna make that purchase, make that purchase, So at the end of the day, it is what it is. But 22 and 380 for me is effective because it's a gun and it shoots real bullets, real ammo. So if you shoot someone with it, it's gonna hurt them. 22s have put down a lot of people. 380s have put down a lot of people. There's other people on YouTube that have different agendas that want to make you feel like if you don't have at least a 9 millimeter or 40 or a 10 millimeter, while those are great calibers, I've owned them all, and some I still own to this day. They're all great calibers, but a lot of times the bigger you go in caliber, the more expensive it is. And 22 is very effective because the ammo is cheap, it's accessible, it's always available for the most part. And 380 may not be the cheapest, but it's still effective. So for some people that may not want to carry something like a 9 or something chambered in a 9 and maybe want to carry something a little bit smaller, more compact, but you could get a micro 9. There's a lot of micro 9s, but they also do make a lot of very compact, carryable sized 380s. Guns chambered in 380s, Smith and Wesson, Glock. There's a lot of companies out there that offer that. I mean, for the most part, you know, like I said, it's accessible. It's a pretty it's a pretty potent round. Like for the most part, it's gonna do its job. Like I said, it's not a 9 millimeter or a 40, but it's still gonna get the job done. 22 still gonna get the job done. So I don't care what you carry. I don't like literally. I just gave you like the worst trendy options possible that get hated on YouTube. The brands that get hated on the most, but actually really work. I have a Taurus. I don't have a Taurus pistol, but I have a Taurus revolver and it works great, And at the end of the day, I didn't break the bank for it. So I'm literally here to tell you of my experience that it doesn't matter what you carry. As long as it works and it functions and you know that it does and you're practicing with that gun, then you have nothing to worry about. But listening to everyone on YouTube will get you nowhere. All it'll do is make you go ahead and feel like you got to get the most expensive thing that shoots the biggest bullet out of the biggest gun. And that's not true because at the end of the day, that's not always the most effective thing. I mean, yeah, in the cases of putting someone down, but at what cost? It's going to cost you a lot. The bigger you go up, the more it's going to cost you. So that's why I'm here to tell you that I don't care if you carry a 22 or a 380 or a 25 or a 32, old revolver, classic, whatever you want to call it. Even the same goes for if you have a home defense. If you have an old bolt action rifle or whatever the case may be, there's plenty of people that put assailants down with bolt action rifles in their home. Just look at news articles. I've seen plenty of news articles where people use old shotguns and old guns to put down assailants when they're breaking into their home and trying to cause harm on them. So for most people that are watching this, if you're new to shooting or I'm fairly new to shooting myself. I'm not a professional in no kind of way. I'm just a regular average Joe, just trying to be like the next man and a sense of training. We're all here trying to train and get better. So I'm no different than the next man that's going to the range and practicing and just trying to exercise his rights. But at the end of the day, like I said, whatever you decide to pick for your weapon of choice is the best weapon for you, which is why I always say there is no such thing as the best gun. There is no such thing as that. So we're just going to put an end to that discussion right now because there literally is no such thing as the best gun. The best gun is the gun that works for you, the gun that you can carry, the gun that you can take to the range and practice with, and the gun that you can use for a home defense that's reliable. As long as it functions and it works, there's nothing I can tell you bad about your choice of firearm. Even if it's not something that I agree with or a brand that I don't really partake to or flock to, for my first choice doesn't mean I don't like it, you know. And who cares what I say, or anyone for that matter? It's your gun, it's your pick, it's your choice. So those are just some things to look at, man. When you're getting into firearms, you're gonna see a lot of that, especially if you're on YouTube looking at videos. You're gonna see a lot of people just going back and forth about what the best gun is and what gun you should have and what caliber they feel as though you should own because they own it. And I'm not here to tell you that because I own a lot of different calibers. That doesn't mean I'm gonna tell you you got to go and get that. It's completely up to you on what you want to do with your money and what you want to spend it on. Like I said, as long as you arming yourself and you're practicing to protect your family and yours, and you're practicing to carry and get better with shooting, then you're good with me because you're just another citizen that's trying to do right and exercise their rights and protect their family. So you heard it here first, man. I'm not here to tell you nothing different. My opinion is never going to change on what I just told y'all. The best gun is the one that works for you. I don't care what it is. I probably said that a million times already on this video, but it is what it is, man. I'm just trying to give y'all the best advice that I wish someone would have gave me when I was getting into pistols that obviously I know now, but I wish I would have known before. But it is what it is, man. You live and you learn. So I'm going to end the video here, man. If there's anything else y'all want to know, y'all already know what to do, man. Just hit me up in the comments. Otherwise, I'm going to catch you on the next one, YouTube. Y'all be safe out there, man, as always.